I want you to think back to your favorite ad campaign. If you're like me, there's absolutely no answer to that question because ads nowadays suck, man.
This video is sponsored by Raid.
The art of advertising has existed long before the printing press. I found references dating back to the ancient Egyptian times. They used to write on papyrus and old stones. Quality pyramid stones make your pharaoh the happiest in the land with these pyramid stones. In the US, that's where I live, it was newspapers, billboards. Coca-Cola specifically had their first ad claiming that their secret ingredient, which was Coke, cured headaches. They didn't care if they were staying true to their product or even putting people's lives in danger. I specifically want to focus on Fender's 1965 advertising campaign, which goes by the humble name of "You Won't Part With Yours Either." I'm sure you're aware of the massive giant that is Fender guitars. In the early 1950s, Leo Fender's close business partner, Don Randall, was in charge of everything advertising and marketing related. We see our first humans in Fender advertisements. It's a little girl, certainly developing a good case of tinnitus. Don Randall hires Stanley Compton, who would eventually get in touch with two men that would flip this whole advertising conflict on its head. Enter Bob Perline and Ned Jacoby. Before forming their own advertising agency in 1957, Bob and Ned attended Chouinard Art Institute in Los Angeles, California. They would go their separate ways and then reunite to form this said agency. They flipped a coin to decide whose last name went first, and that coin toss kind of decided how this whole partnership would play out. Bob was the one who would create Fender's most iconic advertising campaign, which depicts Fender guitars in adventurous situations. The surf hunk playing a Jaguar. Jaguars, which were advertised originally as Fender's high-end model, were being adopted by surf players around the nation. Anything could go wrong in this situation. You hire a random bloke on the beach, God forbid gets the strap locked around his neck. Most importantly, the vintage Jaguar. These are all things that I pondered when I decided to paddle out on my own path. Mother of pearl. What is a sea monster doing in my photo shoot? And why is it catching more pit than me? Odds are this man did not know how to play the guitar. It looks like he's more focused on just not drowning. As Bob Perline quotes, "I captured this moment on his first good wave in." This photo shoot probably took all of 20-30 minutes. There's one place I could make this happen. Long Beach Island, New Jersey. About a 2.5-hour drive through the Pinelands. That is prime Jersey Devil territory. He lingers there at nighttime, I think. So I'd be risking my tail just trying to get to the place, before I even hit the water. But Jersey Devil aside, there was one man that was going to help make this dream of mine come true. When these advertisements came out, my dad was probably 15 years old. He was surfing every day in LBI as a kid. He made a lot of connections throughout this time, and he called up his buddy, Tim McWilliams.
All my shirts say one Finn, one God, one country.
I actually had to have Tim McWilliams hold the board in place while I hopped up on a wave with my guitar in hand. Talk about Jersey strong. At this point, Bob's right-hand man, Ned Jacoby, was out of the project. The remainder of this campaign would be completed by Bob. Eventually, he realized he was missing out on a key audience, the whippersnappers, man. He started to seek out teen models, including his own daughter and sisters. You could tell how hard Bob was trying to depict teenagers playing Fender guitars. At the time, they were called asphalt surfers, most likely a wooden plank with primitive clay wheels attached. Trying to work up the courage now to go up to someone, say, go hit a kickflip with this guitar in your hands. I got my buddy Ben coming along with me, so maybe he'll help boost my confidence a little bit.
Skated a lot when I was younger. Picked it back up probably 2 years ago.
Unintentionally, my camera hands started to drift. So I'm here with
Grace.
I think I found our guy. Or our girl, in this case.
If I break your guitar, it's not anything on me.
It's all good.
All right, swag, yeah.
Good luck, Grace.
Down there and back.
Hell yeah, Grace. Do you want me to tag your Instagram? Oh, no, I don't really use that anyways. She was just there for the art of skateboarding.
Mikey P music drops in for the first time. As far as you can.
Alright, so I'm still here. Unfortunately, I was able to perform these stunts and have others perform them for an undisclosed amount of money without anybody getting hurt. So, that's a plus, right? You're not satisfied with that? Of course, you pig. This is me. You might be wondering how I wound up in such a slick situation. Fender did that too in 1966. Damn it! You look at the guitar, this is not a Fender Stratocaster. Believe me, I tried, but I got scared out of my socks once I took one fall. It made it look like I received a hug from Edward Scissorhands. During the 60s and 70s, snowboarders were quite literally banned from ski resorts and mountains across the US. So you put 2 and 2 together, and you understand why there's a skier in this photo and not a snowboarder.
They still work, what the?
A moist mixture of salt water and sea air encapsulated in the guitar cavity, but somehow this thing still worked. A testament to the durability of Stratocasters.
So nuts.
I never intended for this guitar to be played again. Something motivated me to hook up the audio jack and see if those pickups were still in working order.
What the?
At first I thought the strap was just gonna completely fall off when Grace hit the ramp, but other than buckle rash, it's totally fine. The second guitar I used was a really lightweight aerodynamic guitar from a company that I'm not gonna name because they are not sponsoring me anymore. When I took that guitar snowboarding, I had it hooked up to an amp and I was playing the entire time. Unfortunately, the audio didn't translate too well, but trust me, I was blessing these skiers' ears. With helmets on, they probably couldn't hear shit. The equipment still works perfectly fine. I even used the mini amp in one of my most recent videos, from pretty basic illustration ads in the 1950s to this massive campaign of adventurous guitar players. What do you think Fender's next move is? They double back and start using illustration ads again. You got Goldilocks on the P-Bass and Papa Bear jamming on the Telecaster. I would definitely hang a poster like that up in my room. Bruce Wolf, who was leading this new ad campaign, got his work recognized by magazines like the Rolling Stone and the Guitar Player magazine, which is pretty cool, especially for 1975 when magazines were actually relevant. It all boils down to legality and potential lawsuits, and if something went wrong, that'd be directly pinned on the corporation involved. Grace was talented enough not to kind of screw me over like that, so thank you, Grace.